Hi, and welcome to Yoga Bliss. I'm Ninka, and I'm going to share with you today a dragon and warrior playful flow. So, this is something that I learned a while ago. It's called the dragon dance. And I remember I always found it a little bit intense for me. So I don't teach it that often. So anyway, I decided to bring it back and revisit it. And I've kind of changed and adapted it to be a little bit more friendly, especially in the transitions, because that's often the time we can have injuries. So I want you to think of dragons as inner dragons that we all have. And that could be, things that you're uncomfortable with, times you might feel awkward, you're struggling with. It can be literally having a reaction to something. So there's a trigger that's reacted, and you want to think of your inner dragons as that younger part of you that's been wounded. And sometimes that wound can stay dormant for a long time. And there might be the opportune time where you get triggered and it comes out. It is an opportunity in the way that you tend to it that you can heal instead of continuing the habit of being in that cycle of suffering. So this is where the warrior comes in. The word warrior in yoga, Virabhadra, Vira means the hero. Bhadra means a friend. So it's like this friendly hero we have inside of us. We can think of that as our higher self that's always loving, kind, and compassionate. So when the inner dragon comes out to play and is triggered, then we can bring our strong, courageous, loving, peaceful warrior to come in and tend and befriend. So this is why I like to bring this word in. It's the dragon warrior friendly flow, playful flow. Okay. So we're going to start doing it more from a little bit of the yin side. The dragon poses come from the yin tradition. And then the second part of it will be moving into more of the grown up dragon and warrior in a little bit more dynamic flow. So you can either do one or the other, or you could do both together. And the first one could even be considered a little bit of a warm up. Okay, so to warm up just a little bit of our wrists, because we do a bit of weight bearing in this one, you could just start with a little bit of spirals, warming up. And there's some props that I suggest you bring if you have them. And one is a cushion that you could put under one knee at a time, because in the lunge, the low lunge, we put the knee on the floor. And then the other one prop is blocks. If you don't happen to have a set, don't worry, you can do them without the blocks. I just find they're so supportive for my body that I do recommend them. So you can just have your blocks handy and have your cushion close by. If you depends what you're doing yoga on. Like this is a carpeted floor, it's quite padding. But if you're on a hardwood floor or it depends on your knees, you might need a cushion or even two. Okay. So once you're ready, get on all fours. We'll start in the table. And we start with something called the tiger tail, and we're going to begin with the left foot, lifting the left foot to the sky. But of course, in this flow, we're going to call this our dragon. This is the baby dragon warrior flow. That's the one that we're going to stay closer to the ground. We're a little bit smaller in our poses. And it's like we're flicking up our dragon tail. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail as you draw it in. Flick it back up to the sky. Inhale. Tuck it in again. Inhale, lift the tail up. Okay, now there is this posture we call the wild thing, but we'll call this the baby wild thing. You can come down on the right forearm, left knuckles if you like, but you bend the leg and you reach the foot over towards your right side. The wild thing dragon. It's waking up its fire. Okay, and then when you're ready, lunge your left foot forward. Now, You might have noticed already. Do you need the padding? It's your right knee, by the way. Okay, so you can put the padding under the knee if needed. And you're going to come up here into a dragon. I call this baby warrior version, but of course, we're dragons in this one. Take your palms out to the side and bend your arms. We're going to try a breath of fire. Breath of fire is a short, rapid inhale, exhale. Okay, so when you're ready, begin. And then inhale, bring your wings up to the sky. And then you're going to dragon dive and come down and put your left hand on the inside of the left foot. And you could use a block, put your hand in the block instead. Maybe adjust the right knee, may go back a little further. Have a neutral, long, and lengthened spine, and take your right wing out to the side and up. Now, don't overdo it. If something doesn't feel right about the twist, then just back off a little bit. Maybe your wing lowers. Good. Take a breath in and out. Good. Inhale again. Exhale and lower the wing down. We're going to come back upwards, this time doing a pose called the dragon flying high. So in this position, you deepen the lunge. So you're kind of like leaning, kind of sinking your hips into this. If you don't have blocks, just lightly touch the thigh, lift your head and chest to the sky. Good. If you have blocks, which I find are lovely, you can take some of the weight off. Let your arms take some of be the strength. So your legs can relax a bit more into it. Breath in and out. Breath, a dragon flying high. We're going to shift to the bowing dragon. So shift your weight back, your hips back, and straightening your left leg somewhat, folding over. We're going to flow the two of them. Inhale, dragon flying high. Exhale, bowing dragon. Inhale, dragon flying high. And exhale, bowing dragon. Let's just hold bowing dragon for a moment. Feel free to drop your head in it. Let's try to relax a little bit more in your bowing dragon. Okay, we're going to come back up into that high lunge again. Just where our upper body, we're in a low lunge actually because the knee is on the floor, but we're coming up with our torso higher. And for this one, we're going to awaken the warrior. So take the palms out and up and go straight up. So this is baby warrior. So breathing in your baby warrior. And baby warrior wants to play with the baby dragon. Okay, so take your left arm forward, take your right arm back, and reach as if imagine you have a quiver with arrows. Pull one of those arrows out, and then you're going forward. They're playful suction cup arrows, by the way. And you go forward and you shoot the dragon. The dragon falls down. So we're going to do dragon flying low. So this one, you bring both hands to the right side of the mat. Again, you could be playing a little bit with the right knee. Maybe it goes back further. And you crouch down. Okay, but then baby dragon gets back up and he starts to flap his wings. So this one actually is called the winged dragon. And you start to sway side to side. You can adjust where your hands are. And as the knee goes to the left, you roll onto the outside of the left foot. The winged dragon. You could even hold it. I like this too, sometimes with blocks, because again, the upper body can take some of the weight, and then I can just relax, marinate a little bit in the hip with it. With the wing, the dragon flies away. So let's release. Release the left leg. Notice what you're feeling. You can give the leg a little, maybe the tail wants to flick up again, little movement or swirl. Maybe the right leg needs a little stretching out. Good. Beautiful. Okay, we're ready for the other side. Okay, so this time the padding will go under the left knee. You can put it there right away as we start with our dragon tail. Lift it up, inhale, breathe. So it's flicking where the tail, like we're awakening the dragon. Inhale, exhale, he tucks the tail. Draw the knee in, head can drop. Go ahead and flick the tail back up again. Good, and exhale, tuck the tail once again. And this time you can flick it up, do the wild thing. Well, some of you might want to come down on the left forearm, do so. Like a little bit of toppling, stretching over. Okay, and then the dragon comes into the lunge. Lunge your right foot forward. So come up, take the arms out, make your box shape. We've awakened the fire within. So imagine you're breathing fire like a dragon, breath of fire. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale like you have wings and come all the way down. Okay, we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the foot to open up the wings. So neutral spine, right knee over ankle, and take left wing up. Maybe that twist, don't overdo it. Breathe. Inhale again, exhale, and lower down. You can put, if you have blocks on either side here, just to set up. As you come back up, we'll do the dragon flying high. So this one you lunge a little further. Be careful with the knee. The knee is bothered. Don't lunge further. But there can be the sense of lifting, uplifting of your heart center in your head. If you have blocks, you can take some of the strength and weight off. So maybe the legs can relax a bit more. Breath in and out. Inhale again. Exhale, bow the dragon. Shift the weight back, fold over the leg. And then flow both, just a few times. You can adjust where the blocks are if you're using blocks to see how they can support you in the flow. Bow dragon. Okay, so we're going to awaken the warrior now. So come into the lunge and come up now to baby warrior. Take the palms up all the way to the sky. Baby warriors come to play. So take your right arm in front, your left arm behind. Grab the arrow from the quiver, then lift it up and over and shoot it to the dragon. The dragon gets hit. He pretends it's a suction cup arrow and comes down and falls into dragon flying low. Again, you might adjust the left knee back. Now from here, the winged dragon. So you can start to sway side to side, opening up the wings. So we think this one now is the right leg is the wing, and as the knee rolls out to the right, you roll onto the outside of the foot. So do this very carefully. Be mindful in your own body. And this is like the dragon now flying away. Okay, and then feel free to release your dragon tail, the right leg. Give it any movement that you need. Maybe the tail wants to flick up again. And then take a moment to pause. Maybe it's child's pose. Maybe some of you just want to come down to rest. Integrate. You could even sit up in diamonds if that works for your knees, and just have a pause, a present pause of appreciation. And take a nice full deep breath and let it go with a sigh. And just notice how that feels. As we awakened our baby dragon and warrior, it's time now to move into the grown-up dragon and warrior. Friendly flow, playful. Okay, so as you carefully come to stand, you won't need the cushions under the knees this time. So as you carefully just come to standing, blocks can come in handy though. So, you can have them handy if you have a set. And then first, just find both feet standing on the ground. Just find a place at ease and feel the spine lengthened, the shoulders back and down, and take a breath in and out. Okay, so we begin with a balancing pose. We know this is Karate Kid, but we're going to call it Awakening the Dragon. So we're going to balance on our left foot. So spread your left toes, plant them into the ground as if you're hugging the earth with your foot. And you'll feel it like you'll hug the muscles to your legs a little bit, and nice and tall. Okay. And then you lift your right foot up, but you want to be gazing at one point in front of you. Try not to move your eyes. Keep that gaze. Flex the right toes up. And then the dragon wings are palms down now out to the side. And let the the wrists come up. The elbows can bend, but the fingers just kind of drop down. Good, Karate Kid. Breathe. Okay, and just play with it. You might wobble, you might fall out. Just come back in. Try it again. Awakening the dragon. Inhale the wings up. Exhale. As your wings come down, step your right foot back into now this is more of like a higher lunge. You can put your back foot on a bit of an angle, so you have the heel on the floor, or you can pivot on the ball of the right foot. This is called the crescent lunge version. It's your choice. Okay, but now we're going to take the wings out, palms up this time. Make the box shape with breath of fire. Inhale, wings up. And we're going to do dragon diving as you dive all the way down. And put your back foot on an angle. Left leg is bent. Put the left hand to the inside of the foot, or maybe use a block like me. Put your hand into the block. Make sure you've got the neutral spine. And now raise the wing. The right arm goes up to the sky. And breathe in and breathe out. Inhale again. Exhale. Come on down. You're going to carefully just put your right knee on the floor. Send the left knee back. Find an extended child pose with your arms nice and stretched. Good. As you kind of suction cup your hands into the mat, pull yourself on your knees, curl your toes, go into a downward facing dog pose. Good. You can walk your feet a little forward or wider. Make it work for you. Breathe in and out. So the dragon's going to flick his tail up. So it's going to be your right foot lifting up, flicking up the tail. Inhale. Good. And then draw it in, tucking the tail in. You can try that again. Lift the tail up. And then tuck the tail in. And last time, lift it up, the wild thing. Okay, the foot can go all the way over, the wild dragon. Good, and then you can come to a lunge with the right foot, but feel free to come down on the knees for an easier transition and step your right foot to the front. Okay, it's time to awaken the warrior now. So as you come up into a lunge, and again, maybe you put the back foot. We're actually going to do warrior two. So you do want your back foot on a full angle. Right knee over ankle. Hinge from your hips and come up, arms forward. Now the warrior is trying to get the dragon's attention. So it creates a rainbow, left arm up and over. And then gaze to your front for warrior two. And the warrior is very patient and waits for the dragon to come out because he wants to play. There's the dragon. He spots the dragon. Exalt your warrior. Turn your right palm up. Reach up and back like you're grabbing the arrow from the quiver. And then forward. Take the left arm up and over like you're shooting the arrow. Oh my gosh, the dragon falls down. So come all the way down. Put your feet on the floor. This is dragon flying low. Good. And you can even bow the dragon, just giving your leg a little bit of a rest. And this wing is getting ready. So you can do a little bit of the wing dragon. Take the right knee out to the side. Okay. So as the dragon awakens, come to a high lunge. And you can step your back foot forward a bit. Okay. And then come back up to your dragon, your grown-up dragon. And then the dragon flies away. So this one we're going to do the pose called Warrior Three. You'll now balance on your right leg and hinge from your hips. Warrior Three, the dragon flies away. Arms can really go anywhere here. They can be back or at the sides or at the front. Good, then just carefully step your left foot forward, find your balance, find equal footing, and notice and feel, breathe and relax. Good, the dragon warrior, playful, friendly flow. Okay, maybe we'll call it the playful dragon warrior friendly flow. I like the friendly flow. It's just got like a little fluidity there with it. Okay, we have to do all of that on the other side. So this time we're going to be balancing on the right foot to begin. Lift and spread your toes, hug the earth, hug the muscles to your leg, lengthen torso, spine, and then go ahead, gazing at one point in front, step your left foot up, flex the toes, bring your wings out, palms are down, let the wrists get pulled up. Your arms can be bent though. Just make sure your shoulders are at ease, they're not hunching. Okay, awakening the dragon. Steady. Okay, here we go. Wings up, inhale. As the wings comes down, step back and take a moment to get your footing here. You can either have the back heel slightly on an angle like warrior one, or you could do the crescent lunge warrior, pivot the foot. So the heel comes up, you're on the ball of the foot. Bring the arms out, box shape for our breath of fire dragon. Begin. Inhale, wings up. Exhale, dragon dive all the way down. Okay, blocks are great for this, just to transition. You put your back foot on an angle, put your right hand to the inside of the foot or on a block. And then with a neutral spine, lengthen the spine. Left arm is the wing, come up. Awakening the dragon wing. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale, lower the wing down. You're just going to carefully transition down onto the left knee. Take the right knee back. And then go into an extended child, giving your arms, your wings a nice stretch. Okay, suction cup your hands to the mat. Come on the knees, curl the toes. Inhale. Exhale, move to a down dog position again. Adjust your feet if needed. You might want the feet slightly forward or wider. Good, and breathe. Okay, this time it's the left leg foot that's going to be the tail of the dragon. So you lift it up, flick up the tail. I call this a three-legged dog usually, but this one's going to be flicking the tail. Then draw the knee in, and you could flick it up again if you want, and draw it in. And only if this is okay to weight bear like this on your hands and wrists, you can do the wild thing, dragon. Take the foot over to the left side. Good. And then get ready to lunge the left foot forward, or you could do the more gentler transition on your knees first. Left foot forward. To awaken now, warrior two. Okay, that's going to be our playful warrior. So put the back foot on an angle. Now make sure you have that neutral spine and you hinge from your hips. As you come up, arms forward. Take the right arm, draw that beautiful rainbow. So you're creating a rainbow to get the dragon's attention. Now be patient. Shoulders back and down. Gazing to the left hand, breathing in and out. Oh, there he is. He spots the dragon. Turn the left palm up. Exalt the warrior. Maybe you're trying to get his attention that way. And then grab the arrow from the quiver. Shoot it forward. The arrow flies, right arm up and over. Good. And it hits the dragon. The dragon falls down. So as you come down, pivot your right knee down. You can do a brief dragon flying low as he's fallen down, bowing dragon, just to give the leg a little break. Good. And find your way back up into the high lunge. Maybe put the back foot forward a bit or on an angle, and come once again into the dragon with the box shape arms. And he's ready to fly away. So balance on the left leg. Both legs are straight for this one. And hinge from your hips. Take your wings back at the sides and the front. Breathe. Focus on one dot spot. Breathing. And then when you're ready, just hinge the right foot forward. Come back to your equal footing. We call this Samasthiti, the standing equal balance pose. So just let yourself be at ease here. At ease, yogis. Maybe the knees bend a tiny bit. Just feel your hips, just free your buttocks, your glute muscles and the buttocks relaxed. Shoulders dangle away from your ears. Your arms and hands and fingers dangle away from the shoulders. Your jaw unclenched, your brow unfurrowed, your face relaxed. Just feel the awakening of energy in the body. Take a deep breath and sigh it out. Wonderful. So I thank you for playing with the dragon and warrior with me today. I honor the light within you. Namaste.